Barry Tompkins, and we will see you next week. This is Pocket Billiards at its best, the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship. Hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins, and welcome to Caesars Palace here in Las Vegas. This is the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship, a circuitous route to the semifinals, but a great match for you this afternoon between Earl Strickland and Keith McCREADY. And with us for expert commentary, as always, 4-time U.S. Open champion, 3-time world champion Steve Misrak. This is a match that it's really hard to pick a winner.
Tough match, but Earl's been around a long time. He's been around the finals a long time, so I've got to give the edge to Earl here.
Let's take a look at Steve Misrak's scorecard then and see exactly how you do see it. The break and cue ball control, two really important factors.
I like Strickland on the break. He hits them well and hits them hard, but he always gets shape on the ball that he wants to shoot next. Cue ball control, again, I like Strickland. Experience, they've both been around a long time. They both handle the pressure very well, and strategy's hard to pick. Well, let's give them both a mark. So, but I like Strickland here.
Based on the way it's gone so far through this tournament, I have to think that strategy and pressure situations are the two keys. Pressure, because McCready will play with your mind. Strickland's going to have to keep it together. We'll be back to get started right after this. Barry Tompkins with Steve Misrak back at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. 4 players left in the competition. This is a semifinal match between Earl Strickland and Keith McCready. This one really promises to be both interesting and perhaps volatile. Two very outspoken players. Let's take a look at the rules, and they haven't changed for all these weeks. Object of the game still is to pocket the 9-ball whenever you can pocket the 9-ball, but you have to shoot the balls in numerical order, starting with a 1-ball. The player shoots until he misses, and of course the game is over when the 9-ball is pocketed, whenever that happens to be. Player loses his turn when any foul is committed. There is a 45-second clock, and the first player to win 9 games wins the match.
Could be over quick. Very fast.
For who?
Both players are very fast.
That's McCready, nearest the camera. The yellow ball is McCready's. The orange ball is Strickland's.
It's going to be close right here. McCready hit a little too hard. Earl hit a little too soft.
Earl Strickland will break to start things. And this is one of those games that they may not need our commentary because both these guys are very vocal themselves. Let's take a look at the prize money. $15,000 up for grabs to the winner, $7,000 to the runner-up, and on down to $1,000 for those who finished between 9th and 16th places. $50,000 prize money. And maybe the last time you see $50,000, the prize money in this sport going up and up and up. Let's take a look at the route these two took to the semifinals. Earl Strickland most recently beat Dan Louie, the Northwest champion, 9-5 yesterday after beating Jim Rempe. So he's had a pretty tough road and has beaten some pretty good players. The other side of the coin, Keith McCready got here by beating Efren Reyes, and he's a tough player.
He bet some great players. My name's up there. He beat me 7-4, 7-5.
Misrak, that's right.
I
see that.
Yeah.
I see that. They spelled it right, too. 7-4 and 7-5. So he has played some tough competition. There's a look at Earl Strickland, and when he gets over a table, he is all business. He'll break from left to right.
Made a ball on the break. Very important to get off to a jump here. I think Earl's going to be a little cautious here. I think he's not going to make too many mistakes. I think he's going to play safe when he can, and I think he's going to go. I don't know what he's going to do here. I think he's either going to bank the 1 cross corner, or he's going to play safe. He's going to slide down in between the 3 and the 5 and see if he can snooker Keith on the 1-ball.
A little bit of indecision right now, I think, for Earl
Looks like
Strickland.
that's what he's doing. He hit a little too hard. Look where the 1's going. What he tried to do, he tried to make the cue ball stop right in this position right here. Instead, it went all the way down the table. Now he's got a clear shot to cut the 1.
So Keith McCready, who's a guy, once he gets on a roll, he gets very verbal, he talks to the crowd, and uses every advantage he can against his opponent. Plays a big part of psychological warfare.
Keith's got to get out to a big jump. I think whoever gets out to the jump is going to win there. 2 in the right-hand corner. I like the way he's playing right now.
Played very well in his last match also. He's a free spirit, there's no question about that. Kind of the Peck's bad boy of this sport.
Perfect shape. I mean, he's playing absolutely perfect. A very simple run out here. He's going to shoot the 4 straight up the corner. Stop for the 5. Play the 5 in the side. 7 and 8. Very simple run out. Keith McCready, 1-0. And breaking. Remember on my scoreboard I gave McCready the edge in the break?
I do. Strickland started out very slowly in his quarterfinal match against Dan Louis also before getting it in gear. Once he got it in gear, he ran away and hid.
When he gets behind or down on himself, Strickland really suffers.
Well, there's the first game going to Keith McCready. So McCready jumps out on top. He's been right on ever since he was on the floor here, even during practice. We'll be back. 1-0. 1-0 McCready and breaking. Earl Strickland's had 1 shot in the game so far.
Notice Keith moved over to the right side of the table. He's not breaking from the same spot that Earl broke from. And I guarantee you one thing, he will not move from that spot. He just made 2 balls. He feels confident. He's got the 1 straight in. Could be a very quick 2-0 McCready. Perfect position.
He hasn't hit a bad shot.
No, he hasn't.
Since he walked out here, and that includes...
He doesn't like that. Yeah, the expression on his face. He might be snookered on that, too. He might have to go to the bottom rail and try to kick at it, or he might be able to hit just one little small piece of it and play safe. And that's what he tried to do. He tried to play safe. And he hit it real bad.
He's being very quiet today, too. Usually he's playing off the crowd a great deal.
Well, he's not far enough ahead. Yeah. Once he starts to get way ahead, he'll start to get a little more vocal. Now, Earl has one of 2 options here. He can shoot the 2-ball in the corner right here, or he can play safe by just rolling the 2-ball here and trying to bring the cue ball right alongside the rail.
Going for the hole. And
great shot.
Excellent shot. 3-time player of the year, Earl Strickland. Let's take another look.
Perfect shot.
You saw what he saw.
Earl has been there before.
Oh, a gimme. And he let it get away.
Okay.
Wasn't straight in. I had to hold it. I just missed it. God, I just missed it.
Safety here.
Well, Earl said himself, I just missed it. It's just that simple. I guess it happens to everyone in every sport.
Keith made a very, very bad shot there. Tried to play safe, but he left Earl an opportunity to hit the 3, if not make the 3. He had an easy save.
So Earl really not penalized for the mistake that he made.
Rewarded. Now, he's got a little trouble right here. What he has to do is figure out some way to break up the 8 and 9 right here. Those are the only 2 trouble balls. Or he possibly can play position to make the 8 here off this 6. Okay, now what he's going to try to do is he's going to try to play position off the 6 to break open the 2 balls, the 8 and 9. And hopefully have a shot on the 8.
And he did it perfectly. Just perfectly.
Earl is a class player.
It's a leading money winner right now. And that knocks it at 1 apiece. So Earl Strickland made a mistake, got a break, and took advantage of it. 1-all. Race to 9, remember. First player to get to 9 moves on into the finals.
There will be a switch next game.
Oh, he got a ball to go.
Come on.
Okay, he got a ball to go, but he's in a bad position right here. What he can try to do is bank the one right into the side, or try to play safe by knocking the one over here and bringing the cue ball down this way. Looks like he's banking the ball, Barry. Good shot.
Well played. So far, a very quiet match from two kind of explosive and emotional players.
Keith lost his opportunity to really take command of the match by making those simple mistakes in the second game. Well, I don't know if he drew it enough. It looks like he did. Okay, 4 in the corner. Perfect position for the next ball. 6 in the corner, 7 and 8. Game 3 goes to Earl Strickland.
Table's opened up for him now. Just picking him off. Earl playing similarly to the way he did in his quarterfinal match, and that is he'll start out at kind of a slow tempo, but he's picking it up now.
Well, the reason why he's picking it up is because Keith made the mistake in the second game. He sees an opportunity to go get him, and he does. He'll finish you off real quick if you don't watch out.
Well, he's done just that the last 2 games. 2-1, Earl Strickland, the world champion right now. Player of the year 3 times, leading Keith McCready. We'll be back to Caesars Palace in Las Vegas after this. Barry Tompkins, Steve Mizrak, we're at Caesars, and Earl Strickland has run off 4 games in a row against Keith McCready. But the 4th game, the 3rd in his run, 4th game of the match, was the easiest. After the break, he had a combination, the 1 ball, off the rail, to the 9, game over.
Easy game, big turning point.
Now again, he breaks from the left.
We used to break right in the middle. Nowadays, they're breaking from the sides to give them more power, more impetus, more action when the balls open up. We sometimes make the end ball go here, and the 9 flies all over the place. Anything can happen.
Well, this time, no luck.
Keith better run out, but he's got a problem. I see one problem on the side, right here. He's got to make the 1, and then worry about these 2 balls on the side.
Well, Keith, for the first time in a long time, at least can think offense.
He's got to worry about that 4 and 7. Looks like he's going to try to make a billiard. 2 first.
That's his problem. 4-7, made the 2.
I don't know what he's going to do here. He's got a couple options. He can go down to the bottom rail. He can draw the ball back. Good shot.
Excellent shot.
Tough shot here, though. One that must be made.
Oh, and he didn't, and scratched, so it's ball in hand now for Earl Strickland. Tough break there.
Earl's got a small problem right here with the 6 and 8. He can't make the 6 go in this corner. So off the 5, he has to play position with the cue ball right about here to make the 6 go in this pocket.
First, the 4 ball.
Little drawback. He didn't draw it enough. What he's going to try to do, it looks like he's going to make the 5, follow the cue ball down here, back up here, try to stop the cue ball right here so he can make the 6. Oh, he's drawing it. He took a chance and he didn't get rewarded there. I'm surprised he did that.
Around the balls.
He tried to go around the 8 and the 6.
Yeah, you heard him say that.
Oh, he's got an easy save.
Yeah, I did that.
He'll probably play safe by hitting the 6 to the side rail, coming back behind the 8. Pretty good shot there. He's got Keith on the defensive.
Yeah, Keith has only had 1 or 2 opportunities offensively.
Good shot. Keith is not getting any rolls whatsoever.
Crowd appreciative of Keith McCready. He's crowd favorite, really, very popular.
He makes everybody laugh, smile, be happy.
Except his opponent.
A little bit too hard.
As far as the ball going to roll. Jeez.
But this is a tough shot. Score is 4-1.
Oh, he didn't get it.
Oh.
And now it's wide open.
When the score is 4-1, puts a little extra added pressure on.
Got to take some chances.
Yes. Earl wanted to draw that ball. He didn't.
The other thing that Earl Strickland is doing by running up a sizable lead here is he's keeping Keith McCready quiet, to be honest with you, because when he starts to rally the crowd and talks a lot, and he's amusing to everyone except his opponent.
I played him a match in Columbia, South Carolina, and the whole crowd was on his side.
Meanwhile, it's 5-1 for Earl Strickland, who is methodically taking Keith McCready apart. This is the semifinal. The winner, of course, moves on through to the final, and a chance at $15,000 first prize. Let's take a look at some of the reaction that McCready has after a shot. He's a very animated guy. Touchdown.
If you think he's animated in this match, you should have seen him in my match. He spins around, he does a dance, he runs up and down the room, he does anything.
He didn't wear that cummerbund and tie when he played, did he?
Yes, he did.
He's the only guy I know buys his formal wear at Fredericks of Hollywood.
Earl's a little, he's struggling with the break here. He's not making too many balls on the break. I'm surprised he hasn't moved yet.
He's an interesting guy. I remember Bob Hope referring to the golfer Kermit Zarley as the pro from the moon.
Yeah.
I think that Keith McCready's the pro from nowhere. He lists Anaheim as his home, but from what I understand, he really doesn't have a home. He lives out of a suitcase.
At times, he lives out of a suitcase.
The original John Doe.
That's not money either.
No. There's no guy like him. We used to call him the Prince of Darkness.
He's the prince. He's the Prince of Light. He knew he missed this ball as soon as he hit it. I think he's starting to feel the pressure a little bit. And Earl's loosening up.
Earl's playing much more methodically than we saw him play in his quarterfinal match.
Earl's like fine wine. He gets better with age. He gets better as the tournament goes on.
He's got good legs and a good nose.
He smells victory right now. You know, Earl plays all sports, everything. He's a very good tennis player, good golfer.
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that a lot of these players are good athletes, period. All-around athletes.
Very tough shot here. He's got to come all the way back, and he's got to be very careful he doesn't foul the 9. Earl has a roll. I mean, he's got it all going for him. Nice combination.
And this will make it 6-1 if he makes this combination. There it is. 6-1 now for Earl Strickland. And there is apparently the vanquished, but it's not over. Still 5-game lead for Earl Strickland. We'll be back. Strickland 6-1. Steve, you had a chance to talk to him before the match. Did he show that kind of confidence that he's displaying here?
Yes, he did. He said Keith will never beat him.
So far, he's right.
Notice he moved the cue ball off the rail. Look out.
Oh, he had it going toward the hole, didn't he?
I don't know if it had enough speed.
It's going in.
He said it was going in.
Oh.
2-ball cut it off. So what could be the last hurrah here for Keith McCready?
He's got to win this.
See that graphic? It was in the color of money.
Grady Seasons, his name was.
And he was sought for the part by Martin Scorsese. He said, I want that guy. He looks like a Grady Seasons.
Martin saw him down in Norfolk, Virginia when he was playing in the U.S. Open. I was in the color of money.
Were you?
Yeah. My name was Duke Dukas.
I like that.
He's got to get position here on the 2. The 2 is down by his right arm there.
Oh. Oh.
He's getting lucky here. He might be able to sneak by that 3 and make this 2-ball go in the pocket.
He says he didn't draw it far enough, and let's see.
Well, he's okay. Even if he can hit the 2-ball full in the face, he's going to roll the cue ball up to where it's behind this 4 and try to sneak the 2-ball behind the 4 and put the 2-ball up the table.
Shot clock, again, has not been a factor throughout this tournament, exactly as you said,
This
Steve.
shot.
Except.
Hey.
He's on the roll. Now, look what he did here. He made the 2 by accident, right around the 4. But now look where the cue ball is. Cue ball's got a chance to make the 9. He might make the 9 here on a billiard. Right
What a
off the
break.
3.
Let's watch it.
No good.
Oh, got inside it.
Hit it real bad.
Like that.
He hit it real bad.
Well, that could have been the coup de grace, and Earl shakes his head in disgust at that
Oh, my
one.
God. Oh, my
He
God.
didn't hit enough of the 3-ball.
Oh,
Let's
my
watch it here. He doesn't go to the rail enough. I'll tell you, that shot was a lot easier than it looked, Barry, and Earl just made a bad shot, and he knows it.
So the door is open at least a crack for Keith McCready. Trails 6 games to 1, though.
Keith has got a whole bunch of problems right here. The
And
5 is in a bad position. The 6 is in a bad position. The 5 is blocked out by the 7. The 6 is blocked out by the 8. Everything is going wrong for Keith.
And he just sort of echoed the thoughts that you just had, Stu. It's pathetic, he said.
It's a nightmare. That's where his lines were in moving. Okay, he took pretty good care of Earl there. Earl has no shot. He's got to kick off the side rail and hope that he hits the 5. He's got to go off the side, in. No, he's jumping it. He's jumping right over the 7.
He made a shot like this in the quarterfinals.
Okay,
this time.
He took a chance there, and he shouldn't have.
We'll look at it from his angle. Hit it on the way up.
He didn't hit down enough on the ball. When you jump a shot like that, you have to drive the cue ball into the cloth. And if you don't drive the cue ball into the cloth to make it rise, you're just going to hit the ball in front of you. There are some players that can jump the ball in the width of a handspan. Very difficult to do.
That is one of his better shots, though. In fact, it's the first time I've seen him miss it. He did it in his quarterfinal match.
He did it on me in Lake Tahoe and brought the roof down. Brought me down, too.
With the roof.
Yes. Well, McCready's still not out of it, 6-2.
There it is. So 6-2 now as Keith McCready sneaks back into it and breaks a 6-game run by Earl Strickland.
Very important not to let Earl get to the 8th game, because once you're in the 1 hole, it's very tough to stop him after
Well,
winning
all
the
it's got to
last
be
game.
is a 6-pack.
Well, it's got to be as a 6-pack. I mean, 6 games, of course.
Tough run out, wasn't it?
But it livens McCready up. And again, he is a guy, as we've said, who will take
Gotta
advantage
get
of the
that crap
crowd.
money, Sammy.
Again, Keith is breaking from the side here. And as I said before, when, back in the 70s, we used to break from the middle, shoot the ball straight head on and make the cue ball come back here. Now everybody's breaking from the side to get extra power to make the end balls go in the hole.
So there's Keith McCready. Whole bunch of balls going down there. 3 of them.
Okay, but Keith is not being too fortunate here. He's going to bank this ball, Barry, up by his pocket he's shooting from. But he hit it real bad. Real bad, and he left a
Look at it roll out.
two ball right in the middle of the hole.
In the pocket for him.
You
Not
can't-
happy with that.
I mean, you just can't do that. There's only 5 balls or 6 balls left on the table, and Earl, I believe, can run these 6.
Come on, ball.
Didn't hit that hard enough. He wanted to be out here. Now he's got to really slow roll this ball, or he's got to draw it over to the side rail. Earl's having a little problem. He's talking to himself now.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy.
That makes for a tough shot. He's got the
Give
cue
the
ball
match
resting
away, I
right
guess.
on the rail.
Earl is going to be very full of expression from here on
Oh,
out.
boy. How did I do this?
You can cut that in. Earl's making it look very hard, but he's going to go 3 cushions in between the 7 and 9. Earl makes it look hard. He talks it hard, but he does it very easily.
Now, this one he's got nothing to talk about.
Well, this is easy. 7 in the upper corner. Draw the ball back. Play the 8, 9.
Come on, ball.
You're talking about the #1 player here. He doesn't make too many mistakes.
No. Knocked that in the side, and McCready registers. He might have thought he was getting a break there. And there it is for 7-2. So a commanding 5-game lead now for Earl Strickland, 7 games to 2. We'll be back to Caesars Palace in Las Vegas right after this. Strickland can be the master of his own fate now. He leads by 5 games, 8-3. He's really never let Keith McCready in the match.
Big shot here. I don't think Keith's going to get back up the table.
Needs a little luck.
You got it.
The 9-ball stayed right where it started.
You know, when a 9-ball stays where it did, it's usually some of the balls may be loose in the rack. So you really got to make sure that the rack is tight so that all balls move when you hit them. Made a good shot there. Now he's got to get on the 3. Got to travel the whole distance of the table, and when you do that, it's a tough shot.
Oh, straight in.
Did it pretty well.
Well,
Never do that.
he's absolutely straight in. He's got
Oh,
no
boy.
angle to go this way. He's got no angle to go this way. What he's going to try to do, it looks like he's going to try to draw the ball straight back and come down this way.
That's all I can do.
You got that right.
Well, he didn't hit it
Oh, I could
well,
do.
Barry. He's got to play safe now, and I'm sure he's going to try to put the 4 ball on this side, bring the cue ball this rail back up here on this. Well, he didn't do that the way I predicted, and he hit that one terrible.
One of the
Gotta
few
be the worst
terrible shots
safety
he's
player
hit.
on earth.
Well, 8-3, and he can afford to do 1 or 2 bad mistakes.
Yeah.
Keith is not playing well.
Well, it's a long way back from 8-3. He's never really been in it. Won the first game, and then Strickland promptly ran off 6 in a row.
There goes the 9.
Got a
Close
chance.
to the table. Well, let's see what he does. He can go into the 8. You can draw back. Oh, bad shot. Very bad shot. Especially with Earl needing one game. If he doesn't make this, game's over.
And as you said,
You got it easy enough.
Game's over.
this one is too easy.
Combination.
You sure this ball will go? Yeah, he does.
8 into the 9. Pretty sure Earl's going to wind up moving way into the finals. Oh,
Let the 9
he's
go.
got the 8
I
in
missed
there. The best laid plans of mice
Yeah.
and men often go astray.
Oh, well, I did that.
Well, doesn't really matter. He's going to make the 9 straight up the corner. And I feel very confident he's going to do it. He's making it sound hard, but it's not too difficult to shot.
So this one to
You missed it.
put Keith McCready
Missed
away,
it.
and there's going to be more. That's
Yeah.
a touchy little shot here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, he can make it.
It's amazing.
He did.
Hey!
Lives to play another day.
Hey!
Strickland doesn't
Keith
like
won a game, and
Hey,
he's
well, there's
yelling
lightning
now.
in the barrel anyways.
He's happy.
Little 5-pack will take care of it all, won't it?
Well, before it was a 6-pack, now it's a 5-pack.
He's down to a 5-pack.
Oh, that little 5-pack.
I don't know if he got away with it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
at this
he
ball.
can make it. He can make. He's got a little trouble. He can make. Looks like he can make the 1, but the 2 and the 9 are in bad shape. He's got to try to figure out some way to get down by that 2 and 9.
Get on that 2-9 billiard.
What he's going to try to do is clip the 2 and try to make the 9 go in the opposite corner pocket right here. And he's going to try to make the 2 come up the table, so if he misses the 9, the cue ball is going to wind up here. 2 is going to wind up this end of the table.
This is a big shot for Keith McCready, because if he makes the 9, of course, it gives him a quick game, gets him back.
Very
Within
difficult
3.
shot because the 2 ball is very close to the rail. Oh, he didn't even try it. I thought for sure he was going to go for that. He left Earl an opportunity here to play safe. I think he can hit the edge of the ball. Looks like what he's going to try to do is thin the 2, come down over where he is to play safe.
Look at it curve. All curved right into the 8. Had a dead perfect safety and it curved right into it.
Earl's talking to himself now.
Yeah, he's not happy with his
No.
safety play.
It's a good shot right there. This is the one he's got to be sure to make.
Oh.
That was the one he had to be sure to make.
God, get out. Really?
Keith didn't play like that when he played me.
Much to your chagrin.
Yeah. Well, he's got to cut the 3 in. Maybe hit the 9.
Oh, didn't make it either.
What's going on here with Earl? Earl's trying to give the match away.
Too big a lead.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He's getting a little disgusted now. Keith still has to run out here.
But he was sure given a reprieve.
Well, the 8 is in a bad spot. The 8 ball right here is the only ball that he has to worry about because it's so close to the side pocket. What he's going to try to do is position the cue ball right about here so he can shoot the 8 in the upper corner.
Did it nicely.
perfect. Gotta be careful on every shot. He can't miss. Getting closer,
Well,
Barry.
it looked like we were going to go home early, and Keith McCready has remained alive. He's won a couple of games in a row now. It is 8 games to 5. We'll be back with more right after this. Well, Earl Strickland had a chance with this shot.
He was shooting for the money right here and missed it. I never thought he'd miss that. Rolled too far out. If he hit a little closer into the rail, he would have made it.
Just didn't get it, and that opened the door. And so McCready has won a couple games in a row. It's 8 games to 5. McCready's still at the table. If he gets a good break here, suddenly it's 8 games to 6, and who knows?
Ho, 40. That's right.
He's talking to himself now.
And no shot over here.
He's got no shot on the 1, but he can billiard the 1 in. He'll go right to the rail right here. Back out. Try to make the 1. And play position for his next lowest ball on the table. He's got a problem right down here. The 2 ball is right here. He's got to get perfect position somewhere on this rail.
Well, he made the 1 ball. Now what's he going to do?
Hurry. Oh, hurry.
He got there.
Did
Absolutely
very well.
perfect. Now he's got another problem. He's all full of problems right here. The 3 ball on the opposite rail.
That's no good. That is no good. Ho. Look at this ball.
That's ugly.
Well, what do you do from here? He's got to try to play safe somehow.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
He's got 2 options. He's going to have to thin it this way and come back here and leave the 3 right here, right where it is, or he's going to shoot it the opposite way and put the cue ball down here.
Ooh, stand up and
Good shot. He's talking now. He's on a roll. When he gets on a roll, he starts talking. Earl talks to himself. Keith talks to the crowd.
I could put this match away at 8-2. This is something.
Strickland's talking to himself.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah. Now he's going to make sure he hits it. He just can't give Keith ball in hand. He's going to try to make this off the rail.
Oh. Oh.
Good shot. He made a good shot there. What
Well,
Keith,
buddy, we'll
Keith
see
has
next
to do
time, I think.
is he has to make the ball in this pocket or in this pocket. Very, very tough shot when you're going the whole length of the table. Especially when you're behind 8-5.
Looks like he's going for the right-hand pocket. Knocks
Good
it in.
shot. Keith is gaining confidence with
Yes, he
every
is.
shot. But that 8 number is very hard to beat.
And he's got to keep this man sitting. That's #1 objective.
Up and down the table, that's all he has to do. Come up for the 8. All 3 balls will go in the same pocket, Barry. Much like a game we play called One Pocket. 8-6, 3-1, 3 games. That's all he needs. And he could very easily win this match.
8-6 from 8-2. And remember, Earl Strickland had a chance to win it.
It's growing. The crowd is growing
Wish
here.
it was 7
for,
instead of 8.
For Keith. You hear what he said? I wish it was 7 instead of 8.
Strickland's basically unamused.
There's
Jim
Mr.
BAKULA.
Brunswick.
That's right.
Mr. Brunswick.
Director of Operations. Started doing this thing in 1845. Not Jim, but Brunswick.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Jim's been around a long time. Uh-oh. No.
That hurt.
Uh-oh.
That was an
High up
outie.
4.
That was the world's worst thing he could have done. Now, Earl, if he takes his time, would be a winner here, except he's got 2 balls tied up right here, the 4 and the 5. That's his only problem right here, I see. Might try to hit him right now. He did try to hit him right then and there, and
Get close to
didn't.
him.
good
Yeah,
shot.
close to him.
You know, Earl's a little rattled here, Barry.
Yeah, he's been talking to himself.
But he's been around a long time. He's won a lot of tournaments. I think he's going to pull it out.
I wonder if I can get straight in again.
Looks like it is straight in.
That's what beat me a while ago. I come down there and got straight in.
Now Earl's got a little problem. What he's going to have to do is hit the 3 in, draw back this way, come back down here somewhere to make this 4 go someplace. Didn't draw. Oh, great shot. Look at this.
Oh, he missed it.
Missed it. But look what happened here. He looks like he got in perfect position.
No, I went for it.
Just, oh, it's so close. Look at the
Right.
English. Look at the English on the cue ball. You see it?
Right around it.
Looks like he's going to try to play the 6. That's what he's trying to do. Play the 6.
Oh, how
What's going on
close.
here?
He cannot catch a break.
No, he can't.
Everything's rolling just right, isn't it?
Watch the 6. It's a little away from the rail. That's why he missed it. He got right in between the ball and the rail and hit it beyond the pocket. Look at Keith. Keith is firing right now.
He's got nothing to lose. He can go from the hip
Notice
here.
how fast he's moving now. He's picked up his tempo. He's firing. He's got confidence now. 2-1, it looks like. I'm getting excited sitting here.
I'll tell you. Earl's made all the mistakes, has had no luck. Keith's played everything right, has had all the luck. That all following a relatively easy 9 ball that Earl Strickland missed in the 10th game. 11th game, beg your pardon.
You want to know something? I like the breaker from here. 2-1. The other guy might not get a shot.
Keith McCready magically has pulled within 1 game. It's Strickland 8 games, McCready 7 games. It's very much up for grabs. Well, there's a man who looked for all the world as though he was going to be a winner just a few moments ago, and now all he can do is sit and watch this man who is on a big run. He's come back from 8-2. It's now 8-7. Anybody's guess.
Usually the 9 goes on the break when he's serious.
Oh,
bad.
and again,
Oh, real
exactly
bad.
the same results as last time.
Real bad. You just can't do that. Oh, Earl is wide open. And Keith loses this. He loses it, and it's his own fault.
Jesus.
And that tells you all you need to know.
That's it. Wide open.
Crown a world champion after all of this. This will move the winner into the finals. We're at Caesar's Palace.
Easy run out. And it's about time Earl won. Although Keith made a match out of it.
Came a long way back.
No, he didn't hit that well. Look at this. Earl is struggling here. All he had to do was draw it over to the
How can I
side
keep
rail.
doing this?
But I have a funny feeling he'll get out here.
It's literally unbelievable what I'm doing.
He's talking to himself.
God.
And what he has to do is he has to cut the 5 in and draw the cue ball back right about here. Perfect. Perfect.
That's a shot that could give him the match.
He talks to himself, but makes it look harder than it really is.
Oh, ball, stop, please.
Earl's talking to him now.
Picking up the tempo a little bit, too. I think he senses a victory this time.
Oh, I didn't like that. That wasn't too good. Now he's got
Really,
to.
what I'm doing?
He's got to make this the cue ball go around the table a little bit here. That wasn't a good shot right there at all. The action watch the action on the cue ball here. I don't know which way he's going to go.
Stop, ball. Stop. Come on. Stop. Stop.
Listen to him talk to him. This is the same type of shot he missed before, Barry.
That's true.
I guarantee
He's got a
you,
second chance at it.
I guarantee you one thing. It won't go wide this time. He's shooting it aside, looks like.
This for the match. There it is. Earl Strickland stuck with it after Keith McCready had come back from 8-2 down to go to 8-7. Earl Strickland made the shot he most needed to make. Strickland moves on into the final, and we'll be back right after this. Well, it looked like for a time as though Keith McCready would make one of the great comebacks, but that was his reaction when he scratched on the break, and from that point on, it was Earl Strickland. Right now, Keith McCready is with Steve Misrek.
Keith, what happened? You were gaining momentum. I thought you were going to win the match. You scratched on the break. What happened?
Well, it's just, I guess when the adrenaline gets flowing, then you got to get slowed down a little bit, and you got to wait, but it's all right, you know, but I'd rather have it this way, but when your adrenaline gets flowing and then you have to get up there and wait, and then you stop and pause, you sort of lose a little bit of momentum that you've got going, carrying yourself into that game, but I guess the best player won.
There'll be more tournaments down the road, and I'm sure you'll meet him again.
We've had a lot of battles, but...
Back to you, Barry.
All right, the other side of the coin, of course, the winner of the match, Earl Strickland. Earl, looked for a time as though you'd be about halfway through a shrimp cocktail at this point. It was 8-2. You had it all going, then he hit a tough streak.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of pressure out here, Barry, and playing Keith, we've had a lot of tough matches, and you can't ever let up. If you let up just an inch, you can lose the match.
Bottom line is you're in the final chance at the $15,000.